Life throws a lot our way. Challenges, setbacks, criticisms, they're all part of the journey, but it's how you handle them that defines who you are. When you choose not to let anything get under your skin, you're taking control, standing strong, and protecting the power within you. Remember, your peace is priceless, and no one deserves the power to disturb it. Knowing your value isn't about arrogance or pride, it's about understanding the essence of who you are and what you bring to the table. It's the quiet confidence that comes from self-respect and a deep sense of purpose. You don't settle for less than you deserve because you recognize what you're worth. It's an internal compass that keeps you grounded, especially when life tries to tell you otherwise. When you know your value, you walk differently. You speak with clarity, think with focus, and carry yourself with purpose. You're not looking for validation from others because you've already found it within. This isn't about waiting for someone else to tell you who you are or what you're worth. It's about standing tall, rooted in a strength that doesn't waver because it's built on truth. Others might see confidence, but it's deeper than that. It's self-respect, and it's non-negotiable. Life will test this understanding. People may try to tell you that you're not enough or too much, but when you know your value, those words lose their power. It's like trying to shake a mountain with a whisper. You're not easily swayed, not because you're indifferent, but because you're anchored in something solid. The noise of the world can't reach you when your foundation is built on respect for yourself. This understanding impacts everything. You set higher standards not out of stubbornness, but out of respect for your time, your energy, and your spirit. You don't chase people, jobs, or approval. You're not here to prove yourself to anyone. Instead, you're here to fulfill your potential and give your best. And those who recognize your value will align with you. Those who don't, they're simply not meant to be on your path. Knowing your value is the ultimate freedom. You don't shrink to fit into spaces that weren't meant for you. You don't dilute your potential to make others comfortable. You stand as you are, fully, unapologetically. And in doing so, you set an example not just for yourself, but for everyone around you. Knowing your value is about honoring the life you've been given, embracing your potential, and walking a path that reflects both strength and purpose. Setting boundaries with strength is about taking ownership of your life and deciding what you allow in and what stays out. It's not just saying no to others, it's saying yes to yourself, to your peace, your focus, and your goals. Boundaries are a shield you build around what matters most to you. They're not about keeping people out, but about making sure that the people you let in honor your values, respect your time, and recognize your worth. Strong boundaries aren't built from anger or distrust, but from self-respect. When you know what you stand for, you won't compromise yourself to keep others comfortable. You don't let anyone or anything distract you from the path you're carving. And if you feel pressured to say yes when your heart says no, you remind yourself that it's not selfish to put yourself first. In fact, it's necessary. Without boundaries, you're like a river without banks, flowing every which way, with no direction, no clarity, and no strength. People might push back when you set boundaries. They might question your choices or even feel hurt, but that's okay. Boundaries aren't meant to please everyone. They're meant to protect you, to preserve your energy, and to keep you focused on the path that matters. Those who genuinely care for you will understand and respect your boundaries because they see the value in who you are. They recognize that your time and energy are finite, and they don't take them for granted. They're not just in your life, they're investing in it. Strengthening your boundaries also means staying committed to them when it's difficult. Sometimes the hardest person to set boundaries with is yourself. You need to remind yourself that no job, no friendship, no relationship is worth sacrificing your peace or your purpose. It takes courage to protect your boundaries, to stand firm even when others don't understand. But with each decision, each line you draw, you're choosing to live with integrity, to honor the life you're building, and to stay true to your own vision. So make no apologies for the space you need, for the peace you protect, or for the vision you're pursuing. Boundaries are not walls, they're the framework that gives your life shape, depth, and meaning. When you set them with strength, you're sending a message to yourself and to the world that you're here to live fully, not to be drained, disrespected, or derailed. Guarding your mind like gold means treating it as the treasure it is. Your mind is where everything starts, your dreams, your thoughts, your beliefs, and your focus. It's where you cultivate your vision, where your potential begins to take shape. But just like gold, your mind is precious and vulnerable to the wrong influences. What you allow into your mind affects everything: your peace, your purpose, your energy. If you don't protect it, you risk letting in thoughts and voices that dilute your vision and drain your strength. To guard your mind is to be intentional about what you expose yourself to. Not every opinion, every headline, or every social media post deserves your attention. It's about understanding that your mind isn't a dumping ground for negativity or distractions. People will try to project their fears, doubts, and insecurities onto you, but you have the power to decide what gets in and what stays out. You don't let anything or anyone disturb the sanctuary you've built within yourself. It's a sacred space, and you're its gatekeeper. When you guard your mind, you're selective with your thoughts. You monitor what you say to yourself, how you react, and what you allow yourself to believe. Every thought is like a seed, and your mind is the soil. If you're planting seeds of doubt, fear, or regret, then that's what will grow. But if you plant seeds of resilience, belief, and purpose, you'll cultivate a mindset that can withstand any storm. Guarding your mind means you're conscious of what you're nurturing, and you choose thoughts that elevate you, not thoughts that weigh you down. Protecting your mind also means surrounding yourself with people and energy that uplift you. Not everyone deserves a front row seat in your life, especially if they're only there to distract or drain you. When you're around people who support your vision, your mind stays sharp, focused, and clear. And when you're alone, you're intentional about how you spend that time. You read, learn, reflect, anything that keeps your mind engaged and enriched. Guarding your mind like gold is a daily practice, a commitment to yourself. It's about remembering that you're the one in control. Your peace, your focus, your dreams, they all begin here in the mind. Treat it with the care it deserves, because the life you're building depends on it. So protect it, nurture it, and refuse to let anything contaminate it. Choosing your reactions wisely is about mastering yourself in moments when emotions try to take the lead. It's the understanding that not everything and everyone deserves a piece of your energy. Reactions are powerful. They can lift you up or pull you down. Every time you react, you're making a decision about how you let the world affect you. And that choice shapes the course of your day, your relationships, even your future. When you choose your reactions wisely, you're giving yourself a moment to breathe, to assess, and to think before you respond. It's easy to be reactive, to let anger or frustration drive you, but it takes real strength to pause, to listen, and to respond with intention. In those few seconds, you're deciding whether to protect your peace or to let someone or something disrupt it. You're choosing between strength and weakness, between calm and chaos. And it's in those quiet decisions that true power lies. People will test you. Life will throw challenges, misunderstandings, and conflicts your way. But remember, not everything deserves an answer, and not every challenge needs a reaction. Sometimes silence is the strongest response. Sometimes walking away is the most powerful move. When you choose your reactions, you're not suppressing your feelings, you're controlling them, and that takes wisdom. It's not about ignoring what you feel, but about deciding what you want to do with those feelings. Wise reactions protect your energy and give you control over your life. When you react wisely, you build respect from others and from yourself. You're showing that your peace is valuable, that you're in charge, and that no one gets to pull you off your path. This approach keeps you focused on what matters and helps you avoid unnecessary stress. You don't let petty comments, careless words, or small-minded actions sway you because you've got bigger things in your sights. Choosing your reactions wisely is about living intentionally. It's about recognizing that your reaction isn't just a response to a moment, it's a choice that can echo long after the moment has passed. So when faced with a challenge or a difficult person, take a breath, look within, and decide how you want that moment to shape you. That's how you stay centered, focused, and strong. Reactions are a reflection of character. Choose them with care, and you'll find that nothing and no one can easily shake you. Focusing on what you can control is about directing your energy to things that are within your reach, things that you can influence. Life is unpredictable. There will always be circumstances, opinions, and events beyond your grasp. But when you channel your energy into what you can control, your actions, your mindset, Your attitude, you're no longer wasting time on what you can't change. You're empowering yourself to take command of your own path. When you focus on what's within your control, you start living with intention instead of reaction. You're not tossed around by every storm that comes your way. You're grounded, steady, and resilient. You stop worrying about how others see you, what they think of you, or what they say about you, because those things are outside your influence. Instead, you shift your attention to what you do, what you say, and how you carry yourself. You let go of the need to please or to prove, because your focus is on becoming the best version of yourself, not on meeting anyone else's expectations. This shift in focus also brings clarity. When you stop letting the uncontrollable distract you, you create space for the things that truly matter. You find time for growth, for progress, and for the goals that light a fire inside you. Obstacles may come, but you're clear-headed and focused because you're no longer scattered, caught up in every little thing that comes your way. You're able to push forward, knowing that the energy you're spending is going into what actually matters, what will actually create change. Focusing on what you can control also brings you peace. Imagine the freedom of letting go of every worry that doesn't belong to you. People will talk, things will go wrong, plans will fail. But when you stop giving those things your attention, they lose their hold over you. You're not held back by fears of what if, because you're living in the what is, and in that place, you're making the best of every moment you're given. And it's in this place where your focus is sharp and your energy is clear that real power grows. You're no longer reacting to life, you're shaping it. You're making intentional choices, creating habits, and building resilience that no outside force can take away. By focusing on what you can control, you're taking your power back, step by step, thought by thought, decision by decision. In a world full of noise and distraction, this focus becomes your strength, and it keeps you moving toward the life you're meant to live. Remembering that not everyone sees the world like you do is a call to step into maturity and wisdom. It's recognizing that each person's journey, perspective, and struggles are unique. Your beliefs, your values, and the way you approach life are shaped by your experiences. But everyone else has a story too, a set of trials and victories that have molded them. So expecting everyone to think, act, or react like you is not only unrealistic, it's a burden that leads to constant frustration and disappointment. When you embrace this truth, you begin to approach people with understanding, not judgment. You stop feeling the need to correct others or change their minds. You realize that people see the world through their own lenses tinted by their upbringing, culture, fears, and dreams. They may hold opinions that clash with yours, make choices you'd never consider, or believe in things that seem foreign to you. That's okay. Their perspective doesn't invalidate yours, and yours doesn't invalidate theirs. Accepting this is about respect. It's knowing that differences don't have to divide. You can disagree without disrespect, and you can listen without losing yourself. When you understand that not everyone will see the world your way, you become less reactive and more compassionate. You begin to value what others bring to the table, even if it's different from what you're used to. Every person, every conversation has something to teach if you're open to it. This perspective also frees you from the exhausting need to convince everyone to see things your way. When you stop trying to change others, you have more energy to focus on your own growth, your own path. You don't get weighed down by every disagreement or every opinion that challenges yours. You can stand firm in your own beliefs, confident without needing others to validate them. This is true strength, to walk your own path while letting others walk theirs. And when you truly accept this, you become a better leader, a better friend, a better human. You approach life with more humility, knowing you don't have all the answers and that there's always room to learn. You're not thrown off balance when someone disagrees with you. Instead, you're steady, knowing that your value isn't defined by others' opinions. This acceptance lets you move through life with grace, and in that grace, you'll find a peace that can't be shaken by differences. Not everyone will see the world like you, and that's one of the world's greatest strengths. Embrace the differences, find common ground where you can, and keep growing. This is how you move forward without being pulled into battles that drain you. When you understand this, you're free to live and let live with a respect for others that speaks volumes about who you are. Releasing the need for approval is about stepping into your power and claiming your own path. It's recognizing that living for others' validation is like running a race with no finish line. You'll exhaust yourself, but it'll never be enough. Approval feels good, sure, but if it becomes your fuel, you'll forever be at the mercy of other people's opinions, bending yourself to fit into spaces you don't belong and becoming someone you're not just to be liked. Letting go of this need starts with understanding that your worth isn't something others can define. It doesn't hinge on applause or acknowledgement from others. When you stand in the truth of who you are, you give yourself permission to live freely, to live fully. You realize that the opinions of others are just that, opinions. They don't change who you are, what you're capable of, or where you're going. Approval is fleeting, but self-respect and self-trust, those last. They are the real foundations of confidence. When you stop needing approval, you start making decisions that align with your values, not with what's popular or safe in others' eyes. You're no longer held back by the fear of judgment. You start saying yes when you mean it and no when you need to. You take risks, pursue dreams, and follow your own path. Even when others don't understand or agree, you stop explaining yourself and start living. You know that not everyone will see things your way, and that's perfectly fine. Releasing this need also gives you freedom in your relationships. You stop expecting others to constantly affirm you, and you don't take their opinions as gospel. You can appreciate support and encouragement, but you don't depend on it to feel validated. This creates stronger, healthier connections rooted in mutual respect instead of dependency. When you don't rely on others for your sense of self-worth, you can be fully present, fully authentic, and fully confident in who you are. It's not that you stop caring entirely, it's that you care more about your own alignment than anyone else's approval. You begin to ask yourself, am I proud of who I am? Am I living in line with my truth? These become the only questions that matter. Because at the end of the day, it's you who has to live with your choices, your actions, and your legacy, not the people watching from the sidelines. So release that need, let go of the weight of expectation and the fear of judgment. Live your truth, embrace your path, and give yourself permission to be unapologetically you. Approval is a moving target, but authenticity is solid ground. Stand on that and you'll find a strength that doesn't fade, a peace that isn't shaken, and a freedom that's truly yours. Turning criticism into fuel is about transforming what could hold you back into something that propels you forward. Criticism is inevitable no matter what you do. Someone will have an opinion, a judgment, or a piece of advice on how you should do it. But instead of letting criticism become a weight that drags you down, you can turn it into energy that drives you. It's about taking the sting out of the words and converting them into strength. First, you choose what's useful and what's not. Not all criticism deserves your attention. Some people criticize because they're projecting their insecurities onto you, trying to keep you small so they feel bigger. But there's also constructive criticism, the kind that challenges you to grow, to see things you might have missed, to get better. Learning to recognize the difference is key. When you hear something constructive, take it in, use it to refine your path. When it's not, let it roll off. You don't carry unnecessary weight. Using criticism as fuel also means allowing it to sharpen your focus. If people are talking, it means you're doing something bold, something that's worth paying attention to. And that means you're already on a path that matters. Let that be a reminder to keep going, to stay focused, to double down on your goals. Criticism can remind you that you're stepping outside of the box, challenging norms or breaking new ground, and that's where real growth happens. The louder the noise, the stronger your resolve needs to be. Use their words as a reason to push even harder. When you turn criticism into fuel, you let it motivate you, not define you. Instead of feeling discouraged, you feel challenged. You develop resilience, thick skin, and a vision that isn't swayed by others' opinions. You don't let someone else's view of what's possible limit your own sense of what you can achieve. You take that criticism and use it as a reminder that the only opinion that truly matters is yours, and that you're the one responsible for your journey. Turning criticism into fuel also shows others and yourself what you're made of. You're not easily broken, not easily distracted. You show up day in and day out, committed to your growth. People see your resilience, your determination, and that only makes you stronger. You let them know that their words won't define your path and that every critique only strengthens your commitment. This is how you go from being reactive to being powerful, from being sensitive to unshakable. Ultimately, using criticism as fuel is about transforming obstacles into opportunities. You take what was meant to discourage you and you let it light a fire inside. You go forward, not in spite of the criticism, but because of it. You stay true to yourself, stay grounded, and keep moving, knowing that every critique, every doubt, every harsh word is just more fuel for the journey you're on. Staying true to your purpose means anchoring yourself in the vision you have for your life, regardless of the noise, the distractions, or the setbacks. It's knowing deep down why you're here, what drives you, and who you're meant to be, and then committing to that no matter what. Purpose is powerful. It's what gives your life meaning, what makes the hard days bearable, and what pushes you forward when others would turn back. But to stay true to it, you've got to protect it like it's sacred, because it is. Staying true to your purpose requires clarity. You need to know what you stand for, what you believe in, and what you're willing to work for. When you're clear about your purpose, it becomes easier to block out the noise and ignore the distractions. You stop comparing yourself to others, stop worrying about who's further ahead or who's taking a different path. Because your purpose is yours alone, and it's not measured by someone else's timeline or success. It's personal, and it's powerful. It also means choosing courage every day. People will doubt you, circumstances will challenge you, and some days even you might question your path. But staying true to your purpose is about pushing through those moments, choosing to keep moving even when the way isn't clear. It's easy to stay committed when things are going well, but real strength comes when you stay devoted in the face of difficulty, when you hold on to your vision, even when others can't see it. And to stay true to your purpose, you have to learn to say no to distractions, no to things that don't align, and no to people who don't support your journey. Every choice you make should either bring you closer to your purpose or support it in some way. This focus is what separates those who talk about their dreams from those who actually live them. Saying no to what doesn't serve you is how you make space for what does. Purpose keeps you grounded. In a world full of changing trends, fleeting success, and constant noise, purpose is the anchor that holds you steady. It keeps you from being tossed around by every new thing that comes along. You don't chase temporary highs because you're focused on something deeper, something lasting. When you stay true to your purpose, you're building something meaningful. It may not come overnight, but purpose-driven work stands the test of time. Staying true to your purpose also brings a sense of fulfillment that can't be matched. You're not just going through the motions, you're living intentionally. Every step, every struggle, every win feels meaningful because you're moving in alignment with something greater than yourself. You're not just chasing goals, you're answering a calling, living a life that resonates with who you truly are. So protect that purpose, honor it, and nurture it. Remind yourself every day why you started, why this matters, and who you're doing this for. Because staying true to your purpose isn't just about achieving success, it's about living a life that feels authentic, meaningful, and deeply connected to who you are. Let your purpose guide you, and you'll find a strength, a peace, and a fulfillment that no one and nothing can take away. Keeping your peace above all else is a commitment to prioritize your inner tranquility in a world full of chaos and distraction. It's about recognizing that peace isn't just the absence of conflict, it's a state of being, a choice you make daily, and a sanctuary you build within yourself. Life will throw challenges your way, stressful situations, difficult people, unforeseen obstacles, but through it all, your peace is non-negotiable. It's the foundation on which you build everything else. When you choose to keep your peace, you become the master of your emotions. You understand that how you respond to the world is your choice, regardless of what's happening around you. The opinions, the judgments, the noise from the outside can't disturb your calm if you don't allow it. You cultivate an inner strength that comes from knowing that your value isn't dictated by others' perceptions or the chaos that swirls outside. You are anchored, grounded, and unshakable. Part of maintaining this peace involves setting boundaries. You have to recognize what drains you and what lifts you up. Not everyone is worthy of your time and energy. There are people, situations, and even thoughts that can steal your peace if you let them. When you protect your peace, You become selective about what you allow into your life. You say no to toxicity, negativity, and unnecessary drama, choosing instead to surround yourself with positivity, support, and love. This doesn't mean you ignore problems. It means you face them with a clear mind and a strong heart. Keeping your peace also means letting go of control. You can't control everything around you, and that's okay. The moment you start to realize that is the moment you free yourself from the burden of trying to manage every detail. Some things are simply out of your hands, and clinging to them only creates stress. You learn to accept what is, adapt to change, and find peace in the uncertainty. In doing so, you create space for growth, healing, and new opportunities. Mindfulness plays a crucial role in maintaining your peace. You learn to be present, to focus on what matters most, and to appreciate each moment without getting caught up in the whirlwind of what could be or what should have been. Meditation, deep breathing, or simply taking time to reflect can help ground you. You practice gratitude for what you have, which shifts your perspective and allows you to find joy even in the midst of challenges. When you're present, you're less likely to be thrown off balance by external forces. You also recognize that peace is an inside job. It doesn't depend on your circumstances, achievements, or relationships. True peace comes from knowing who you are, embracing your journey, and trusting that you're exactly where you need to be. You cultivate a deep sense of self-awareness, allowing you to respond thoughtfully rather than reactively. You become your own sanctuary, a place where peace resides no matter what the world throws at you. In the end, keeping your peace above all else is a powerful act of self-love and self-respect. It's a declaration that your well-being matters, that you won't compromise your happiness for anyone or anything. You commit to living a life of purpose, authenticity, and integrity, all while maintaining that calm center within. By doing so, you create a ripple effect. Your peace not only transforms your life, but it inspires those around you to seek their own tranquility. Remember, your peace is your power. Guard it fiercely, nurture it daily, and let it guide you through life's storms. Keeping your peace above all else is a commitment to safeguarding your inner calm in a world that constantly tries to shake you. Life is filled with pressures, distractions, and challenges that can easily disrupt your sense of tranquility. It's crucial to recognize that peace isn't just the absence of chaos, it's an active choice you make every day. When you prioritize your peace, you're declaring that your well-being is non-negotiable. In the pursuit of this peace, the first step is understanding that it starts within you. It's easy to let external factors like other people's opinions, societal expectations, and everyday stressors dictate your emotional state. But the truth is, no one can take your peace unless you allow it. When you truly internalize this, you become resilient. You build a fortress of tranquility that isn't easily breached by the storms outside. You learn to respond instead of react, taking a moment to breathe before you allow anything to disturb your center. Setting boundaries is a crucial aspect of maintaining your peace. This means recognizing when and where you need to draw the line to protect your emotional state. Not everyone deserves a place in your life. Toxic relationships, negative environments, and draining situations can rob you of your peace if you let them. By learning to say no, you make room for what uplifts you and nurtures your spirit. This isn't selfish, it's necessary. You're investing in your mental and emotional health, and that investment pays dividends in your overall quality of life. Additionally, keeping your peace means letting go of the need for control. In life, there are countless variables that are beyond your influence. Accepting this can be liberating. The more you try to micromanage every detail, the more stressed and anxious you become. Instead, focus on what you can control: your reactions, your choices, and your mindset. When you shift your energy away from trying to control everything to accepting what is, you find freedom. You learn to roll with the punches and adapt to whatever life throws your way. Mindfulness is also key in your journey to maintain peace. Being present helps you appreciate the moment without being bogged down by past regrets or future anxieties. Simple practices like meditation, deep breathing, or even just taking a moment to pause and reflect can anchor you. In these moments of stillness, you reconnect with your inner self and cultivate a sense of gratitude. This mindset shift allows you to find joy in the little things, which reinforces your overall sense of peace. As you navigate through life, remember that keeping your peace is a continuous practice. It's not a one-time decision, it's a daily commitment. You'll face obstacles that threaten to pull you off course, but each time you choose peace, you strengthen that inner resolve. You become more adept at spotting what disrupts your harmony and more capable of redirecting your energy towards what fosters it. Ultimately, keeping your peace above all else is about taking control of your own narrative. You decide how to respond to life's ups and downs. When you make peace your priority, you cultivate a sense of purpose and clarity that guides your decisions. You learn that true strength lies not in never being shaken, but in knowing how to find your center again after you've been. You become a beacon of calm in a chaotic world, inspiring others to seek their own peace as well. Remember, your peace is your power. It shapes your perspective, influences your choices, and impacts everyone around you. By fiercely guarding your inner calm, you not only transform your own life, but also set an example for those who witness your journey. So stand firm, protect your peace, and let it be the guiding force that carries you through every challenge life presents. Choose strength over reaction, peace over turmoil, and purpose over distraction. Life will always test you, but the power to stay unshaken is within you. When you refuse to let anything affect you, you show the world that your spirit is unbreakable, and that's how you truly rise.